Hello everyone, this is Sarah, Painted Creator here, and hope you're having a lovely day. So I've got a small piece of paper today. It's a little offcut, so it's 14 centimetres by 8.5 centimetres is this little one. A piece of Creative Peak watercolour paper, and I've just sketched out 3 little beach huts for it, and then I've used some masking fluid and this little liner pen tool. So you just dip it in the masking fluid and then you draw like a pen, and you can get some nice small lines. A bit of a game changer for me because I didn't like the blobs that I was getting from the others, and a bit more control. So I'm quite enjoying playing with this one. So I'm going to start off with my clean water and my mop brush. I'm hoping my mop brush is clean. Oh, look at that. And I'm just going to go around the outside of these little huts. If you go inside, it's not the end of the world, because hopefully the masking fluid will stop it running. So I've stopped what will be the beach bit for me, and I'm going to get a nice bright summery sky. So I'm going to do some cerulean blue with a little bit of ultramarine blue in there. A nice bright summery sky. Quite like mixing my blues. And ultramarine separates beautifully as well, and as you can see, it's just running, which is lovely. And I want it to be a bit like a postcard, this one. A bit of a memory of the beach. I'm very fortunate that I live near St Anne's in the United Kingdom, and we have beach huts that people can rent for the day or the week or whatever you want. So really fortunate time, and they really have made a positive difference to our little part of the world. So I'm just going to wash my brush, take some water off, and then use a thirsty brush to soak up some of these puddles of water. And that's just how to avoid those back runs. And you can already see that those 2 colours are separating beautifully. They're granulating. Ultramarine is one of the nicest granulating colours that you can get. And yeah, I think that will dry nicely. So I'm going to just wet this bottom bit, leave a little bit of an edge up by the blue. Hopefully, it might run in, never mind. So I'm going to just use a little bit of raw sienna with a tiny bit of that blue in, just to dull it down. Could use yellow ochre to make a sandy colour for the beach. Just pick up a little bit more thicker raw sienna. So time to just let that one dry. So we're dry, and I'm just going to move on to my little, actually my little number 3 medium will be a good one. And I'm going to do these beach huts in different colours. So I'm going to start off with some cobalt blue. With it, I'm going to just drop a little bit of Prussian blue or phthalo blue into there, just to put a bit of a turquoisey tint on. Actually, I'm going to change my mind, and I'm going to do that as a turquoise blue. Oh, that's a nicer blue. Just got a little bit of, there we go. Nice blue. So I always try and get the consistency that I want on the palette before I start. I'm just going to brush jumped out a little bit. Nobody will know other than us. It's fine. That's a nice one. So I think I've got a bit of a, I can let that dry. Then I can go, I think we'll have a red next door. Because I've got the masking fluid on, I can just paint next door without worrying that they're going to touch. Stronger. Easier in watercolour to layer it up and get the colour you want than to try and take some of the colour away, but for this painting I'm wanting quite bright colours and just have a bit of fun. Quite nice. And then I think I'm going to do, I've got a Holbein turquoise, pop it in here, on my palette. So I'll just do this one here. Just do whatever colours you've got on your palette. You don't have to do the same. And actually, it's quite good fun experimenting. Yellows would look quite nice. Yellows and oranges. And then I'm going to use this indigo, really watery, with a little bit of purple, so purple lake in it, lots of water. For the doors. So it still looks like it's a nice sunny day. Because the beach huts where we are, the doors are white, which are really nice. So I'm just left to let that dry, and then when it's fully dry, I'll be able to remove the masking fluid, but not until, because otherwise you would end up with the paper tearing. So if when you're removing your masking fluid the paper's tearing, it's because your painting's not fully dry. So just let it dry. So we're dry now, and I'm going to use my little pick-up rubber just to take them off, masking fluid off, really gently. You can use your fingers and just rub really gently. Like that, and it will come away. So I'm just going to give it a sign, and this one is going in a little mount, so I'm not going to put anything else onto it. But if it was a bigger painting, you could put some railings across, you could put some sandcastles, you could do all sorts of things, but it's a really simple little painting. Lots of fun to do, that one. So hopefully you give it a go. Enjoy. Till next time. Bye.